We begin the day by checking WhatsApp, and then we find ourselves drawn into a vortex of continually checking Facebook, Instagram, online news, Twitter, and anything else that is to check. Then there's also TikTok to help you take it to the next level. The vast majority of what we believe we know about the viewpoints of other people is almost certainly incorrect, and one of the most significant contributors to this problem is social media. Hello, and welcome to our channel, Businessville. Today, we'll show you the ugly side of social media and how it's destroying all of our lives without our knowledge or consent. Because of social media, we now have access to a platform via which we can digitally exchange our ideas, thoughts, and information with others, thereby turning it into its own universe. Prior to the 21st century, we lived in a restricted environment, and as a result, our understanding of the wider world was severely constrained. Movies and stories were the only sources of information up until that point. We were a part of a small community, and our lives were essentially isolated from the outside world. Because of it, we now have access to a domain that provides us with an overview of everything that occurs outside of our social circle. The proliferation of social media has completely altered the way we think and opened up a whole new world of opportunities. Why the hell is social media so addictive? People speak with one another, mingle with one another, interact with one another, run away from their problems, and look for fun via social media, because it is so much quicker, more efficient, and simpler to use than our previous methods of communication, such as phone calls, letters, and emails. It has completely supplanted those older methods. Because it is so wonderful, we are unable to return. If you spend any time on social media, which you obviously do, you'll quickly learn that information is always being produced. Every second, our Instagram feed is refreshed with new content. Our brain is unable to fully absorb all of the information because there is so much of it. The question then becomes, how does our brain adjust to the constant stimulation of social media? Let's see what's the science behind it. On a daily basis, the human brain produces an average of 35,000 judgments. It makes a call based on how much people want it. To give just one example, suppose you have to choose between preparing for a test and eating. Do you suppose the two of these things occur simultaneously, or what? The immediate requirement for sustenance would motivate you to prepare food through cooking. We put off studying because we believe we have plenty of time. Based on the volume, we spread out these selections throughout the day. On the other hand, we have the ability to act on judgments quickly and without much thought. If we are nearby when an accident occurs and people are injured, for instance, our brains will immediately stop whatever they are doing to concentrate on assisting the sufferers. The victim's reaction to our rescue mission can range from elation and gratitude to feelings of compassion and appreciation. In order to encourage the brain to work toward a goal, we use the promise of a positive mental reward. Dopamine, a hormone, is released from several brain regions to provide these benefits to us. It's the happy hormone, for a good reason. Dopamine is the chemical release that occurs due to the reward system, which includes stimulus, behavior, and reinforcement. This hormone is released when we eat, laugh, or complete a task. The decisions we make in life are dependent on this closed loop in our brains. As a result, it boosts mental performance and makes us more productive. This approach has the drawback that our brain performs actions that provide instantaneous feedback. In the last decade, youngsters have found social media to be one of the simplest ways to produce dopamine. But why is that? This is due to the rapid pace at which social media platforms update their content. Why do we even care about these changes, you ask? You shouldn't underestimate the significance of these changes. When we log onto our feed, we'll be presented with updates from friends and family, famous people, internet memes, and more. We keep scrolling through social media because there is a limitless amount of information available at our fingertips. Each new post increases our dopamine levels. This dramatic increase explains why social media can become so compelling to use. Neurocognitive research indicates that the amount of dopamine released in response to a 95% on a math test and the amount released in response to a clip on Instagram are equivalent. That's why we derive exactly the same amount of satisfaction from doing each of those things. The latter requires much less mental work from the brain's perspective. So tell me, why wouldn't we spend more time on social media? The ways in which we work, socialize, and live have all been impacted by technological advancements. We rely on our mobile devices for everything from work and school to our personal and social life. Those days when we actually remembered phone numbers, still used landlines, and still read newspapers are long gone. Despite the fact that advances in technology have made our lives simpler, they have also made us less active. We have delegated straightforward responsibilities to our laptops and mobile devices. In this day and age, it is more necessary to be able to recount the latest celebrity rumor than it is to be able to recall one's own phone number. Technology and machines are capable of performing certain tasks more effectively, quickly, and efficiently than we are. What lies in store for us in the future can only be revealed through the passage of time. That's it for today's video, guys. How much time do you spend on social media? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.